Happy day, students. Today I am going to deal with 12th Standard English Unit 4 Prose Lesson 4 The Summit, written by Edmund Hillary, Book Back Exercises Part 1. Dear students, now turn to page 117. We shall see the vocabulary. First we shall see idioms. Idioms already have seen. It is an expression in English with a special meaning of its own. Given below are some idiomatic expressions with their meanings. You should understand the meaning. A. Wait for the dust to settle. What is the meaning? To wait for a situation to become clear or certain. B. Get or have all your ducks in a row. That means to have made all the preparations needed to do something or to be well organized. C. Fetch and carry for somebody. That means to do a lot of little jobs for somebody as if you were their servant. D. Do the math. That means to think carefully about something before doing it so that you know all the relevant facts or figures. E. Round the corner. That means very near. Moving on to the next exercise 2. Fill in the blanks with the right idioms. Choose from the above given idioms. They have already given, no? So we shall write. A. The Sherpas are cheerful, gallant men who fetch and carry tents, oxygen, food, etc. for climbers during their ascent of the summit. B. The team does the math carefully so as to reach the summit successfully. C. When they had to climb through deep new snow, the party sometimes had to wait for the dust to settle. D. Each member of the team had all the responsibility to get all the ducks in a row. E. We could not believe that with a few more whacks of the ice axe in the firm snow, we were round the corner to the top. Moving on to third exercise, understand the meaning of the given idiomatic expression and choose the right one to complete the sentence. The king on the cake. That means something extra and not essential but is added to make it even better. Break the ice. That means to make people more relaxed, especially at the beginning of the meeting. Okay. Next one you see. The conference room was silent though packed. The chairman introduced an interactive session to break the ice. B. Our headmistress not only promised us to take us for an excursion but also announced that on return we would get a holiday. It was like the icing on the cake. Now moving on to next page, that is page 118. Phrasal verbs. See the first one. Given below are the phrasal verbs with their meanings. Use the given phrasal verbs in sentences of your own. See here. Turn on means what? Open, to open. Took over means took lead. Set off means start a journey. Put off means postpone. First one. My manager turned on a new account with the bank. That means he opened a new account. Okay. Second one. The son took over the company from his father. Okay, he succeeded. Third one, during our last summer, we set off to Ooty. Fourth one, the match was put off due to rain. Moving on to the next, given below are some phrasal verbs which are frequently used in connection with traveling. Okay, guess the meaning and match. See off, that is start off. Okay, or to begin a journey. Stop over means to go to station or airport to say goodbye to someone. Set off, to stay at a place for a short period of time when traveling to another destination. We shall see the answer now. See off, to go to station or airport to say goodbye to someone. So stop over here means to stay at a place for a short period of time when traveling to another place. Then set off, start off, or to begin a journey. Get in means what? Leave a bus or train, etc. Get off, to go away from home for a vacation. Get on, arrive inside train, bus, etc. Get away means enter a bus. They are giving answer. Okay, right. Get in means enter a bus. Okay. Now this is the correct answer. You will see get in means enter a bus, train or plane. Get off means leave a bus, train, etc. Get on means arrive inside the train, bus, etc. Get away means to go away from home for a vacation. In the same way, next one you will see check in. What is the meaning of check in? Arrive and register at airport or hotel. Check out means pay the bill when leaving a hotel. Moving on to next, that is C, compound words. Here are some compound words chosen from the text. Ice fall, knife edge, windproof, sleeping bags, halfway, never ending, party full, ice axe. Okay, few more with their meaning we'll see. Iceberg, an extremely large mass of ice floating in the sea. Ice cap, a layer of ice permanently covering parts of the earth, especially around north and south poles. Ice floe, a large area of ice floating in the sea. Ice sheet, a layer of ice that covers a large area of land for a long period of time. Ice rink, specially prepared flat surface of ice where you can ice skate. Now, semantic network. This is also very important. You have to match the following with the right field. Okay, choosing appropriately from the box given. They have given no machinery, sports, transportation, geography, weather, travel. Okay. Now, snowboard. It is based on sports. Okay. Snowmobile. It is based on transportation. Snow chains. It is machinery. Snowstorm. It is concerned with weather. Snowbird means it is travel. Snow belt means geography. Dear students, now turn to page 121. We shall see the kinds of sentences. You know sentences are of three types. That is simple, complex and compound. They have been discussed already, and let us recall the basic structure. And if you recall means simple sentence has only single verb. Okay, compound sentence has two main verbs, and a complex sentence has one main verb and one subordinate verbs. Now moving on to A, simple sentence. Look at the following sentences. See, task 1 they have given. Okay, turn to page 122. Task 1, pick out the finite verbs in the following sentences. A, you can solve this problem in different ways. So finite verb means main verb, that is can solve, right? Moving on to B, the professor has been working on the last chapter of the book since March. So, which is the finite verb has been working. Okay. C, despite being a celebrity, Ravi mingles easily with everyone. So, mingles, that is the finite verb. D, you must speak clearly to make yourself understood. So, must speak, that is finite verb. E, the chairman being away, the clerk is unable to approve the proposal, which is the main verb, only is. Okay. Then F, getting down from the car, the chief guest walked towards the dais amidst applause, which is the finite verb walked. G, the old man struggled to walk without support. What is the verb? Finite verb is struggled. H, in case of emergency, please contact this number. Contact. Then I, the sun having set, the temperature fell rapidly. Fell. Then J, but for your help, I could not have completed the assignment, which is the finite main verb. That is the main verb, could not have completed. Okay. Moving on to the task 2. Read the following passage and identify the simple sentences. It is in page 123. Look at the following complex sentence. You have to circle the main clauses and underline the subordinate clause or the dependent clauses. Okay. A, nobody knows. This is main clause. When the past apply will resume. That is subordinate clause. It is underlined. B, please tell me. It is main clause. What the time is. That is subordinate clause. C, the man who directed the film was my schoolmate. The man was my schoolmate is the main clause. who directed the film, that is subordinate clause. D, I believe. I believe is what? Main clause, that all men are basically good. It is subordinate clause. E, no one knows, that is main clause. I have circled it. When he will return, that is subordinate clause, it is underlined. Moving on to task 2 in this context, pick out the complex sentences in the following passage. A man saw a lion in the bush, as is their norm, as he was walking through the forest. So the first sentence is a complex sentence with the subordinating conjunction as. Then you have in the second line, you see, he just knelt down as if he were getting ready to pray. So this is also complex sentence. Then you move on to the fourth, that is the last but one. Shocked, he asked the lion what it was doing. Okay, the lion replied that he was praying before he started his meal. So these are all complex sentences. Now moving on to compound sentences. Two main clauses connected by a conjunction form a compound sentences. Task 1. Identify the two main clauses and conjunctions in each of the following sentences. Okay, A. It started raining suddenly and people ran for shelter. First, it started raining suddenly. People ran for shelter. Two main clauses. Is it connected with conjunction and, that is the coordinating conjunction for compound sentences. B. Understand the concept well. Otherwise, you cannot solve the problem. Understand the concept well is one main clause. You cannot solve the problem, another main clause connected by coordinating conjunction. Otherwise, C. 50 candidates appeared for the interview but only 5 were selected. 50 candidates appeared for the interview, one main clause. The other main clause is only 5 were selected. So the coordinating conjunction is but. Moving on to D. Ramesh did not know Spanish, so he wanted a translator. So Ramesh did not know Spanish. It is one main clause. Okay. He wanted a translator, another main clause, which is the coordinating conjunction. So E. He is a good actor. Okay. Still he is not popular. He is a good actor. He is not popular. So these are the two main clauses and conjunction is still. Okay, that is the coordinating conjunction. Task 2. Pick out the compound words, compound sentences in the following passage. Okay, first sentence you see, the food we eat has to be digested. And then, and is there? No. It is coordinating conjunction, thrown out of the body. So this first sentence is compound sentence. Then the last sentence is the compound sentence. Let us do away with hatred. And is there. So, and is the coordinating conjunction. So, it is a compound sentence. And lead a healthy life filled with peace and joy. Now, moving on to page 124, task 3. Complete the sentences choosing the right endings. Okay, we were thoroughly disappointed. See, answer, how will you write? You see, you have to match it correctly. We were thoroughly disappointed since our team did not get a prize. Hardly had he stepped out when it began to rain. They wanted to find out his address. Since we had run out of petrol, we could not go further. The cause of his injury was his reckless driving. So, dear students, hope you have understood up to this. We can continue in the next class. Thank you.